You can download the answer in the video for free, link in the description. For an isometric grid snap, go to the script that you want to have the grid snap logic. Inside, we will define a constant for the tile size. My isometric tiles are 20 pixels by 10. We will then create a custom function called snapIso. This function will have two built-in variables. Pos is the position we want to snap, and tile size var is the tile size that we want to snap to. Additionally, we do a minus greater than with a vector 2. This is a type hint and defines that the function is going to return a vector 2 value, which returning a value with a function will allow us to make something like global position equal to this function. Writing this function type hint is basically the same as when you write it for a constant or variable. Inside the snapIso function, we will define three variables. Half tile size is equal to half of the tile size var that we pass to this function. We require half of the tile size as each step along the isometric axis moves half of the tile's width horizontally, half its height vertically. As for grid x, it is equal to pos x divided by half tile size x, which converts the horizontal pixels into half tile steps, and pos y divided by half tile size y then converts the vertical pixels into half tile steps. We add these to keep track of how many tiles we are moving right on the isometric grid while also moving downwards, following the down and to the right grid line of the isometric grid. Then we multiply by 0.5 to remove the double counting from adding both directions. Finally, we round this result to snap to the nearest whole tile. As for grid y, we instead put pos y divided by half tile size y first, then we put pos x divided by half tile size x, and we subtract these so we can keep track of how many tiles down while moving to the left, following the down and to the left grid line of the isometric grid. Then we multiply by 0.5, removing double counting, and we round the result to snap to the nearest whole tile. Finally, we use return to make this function equal to the snapped position. We do grid x minus grid y to get the horizontal grid position, as grid x increases when we move to the right or down, and grid y increases when we move to the left or down. So subtracting these will provide the net horizontal grid position. Then grid x plus grid y is added to get the vertical grid position, as both grid x and grid y increase when we move down. Adding these will provide the total vertical grid position, and multiplying by half tile size converts the isometric grid position into a real-world pixel position. An example of using this custom snap function is to set the global position of the object that you want to snap, passing the vector 2 value that you want to convert into a snapped isometric value, then the tile size. Additionally, you can add any offset that you would like to the final result. Keep in mind that the first value in the snap function is what is actually being converted into an isometric grid snapped value. So if you just want to snap the current global position, then you can just set that first value in the function to the global position. Now you have a custom function that can snap any vector 2 value to any isometric grid, which you can add to any of your 2D games. And don't forget that you can check out the project files, link in the description.